Jason Morgan fall line, I see. I hear it's all the rage for guys beating up goons in back alleys.
I'm doing private security to make up for the OT I'm missing while playing desk jockey at the PCPD.
Speaking of security, I actually left mine at home with Monica and Bailey.
Isn't babysitting a little menial for Yuri?
He makes bank off Valentin, and I better watch out or Monica is gonna adopt my bodyguard and he's gonna start calling the shots at ELQ.
Wait, that's not squared away yet?
The vote's actually next week. Valentin will finally be out of the CEO chair, and a quartermain, namely my father, will be back in charge of the family business.
How you feeling?
Progress is a little slower than I'd like.
Yeah, progress is progress. Don't knock it.
You're awfully cheerful for a man who's surrendered his voting rights to ELQ.
You know, my dad warned me not to tangle with the quartermains. But I didn't listen to him. I had to learn firsthand how horrible they are. I only wish I didn't have to be suspended from my job and almost lose my medical license to realize he was right.
And your eyes are wide open now.
They sure are. The question is, are yours?
Well, I've locked horns with the quartermains plenty over the years. I'm not surprised by anything they do.
Right. Brooklyn outmaneuvered you. Got you to sign over your shares of ELQ in exchange for access to your daughter?
Yeah, it's true. My brief moment with Brooklyn gave her leverage. But it also gave me Bailey, and I wouldn't trade her for all the shares of ELQ.
Oh, it's good you know that. Because the ELQ board vote's coming up and you're going to be out.
Yeah, it looks that way.
You know what I'm trying to figure out? You're laying there telling me how wise you are to the ways of the quartermains, and yet Brooklyn saw you coming from a mile away.
Now that the future of ELQ is all squared away, you can help me with Maxie. Instead of running interference for her, like you did at the hospital.
I'm just looking out for her.
The department is out of leads. Maxie is the last person to have seen her baby. She could have a key piece of evidence and just not know it yet.
Don't you think she would have remembered something by now?
Not necessarily. Look, you would be doing me and the PCPD a huge favor if you just stop acting like her guard dog and convince her to talk to me. Otherwise, that little girl may never come home.
You know, I think that you underestimated Brooklyn. I think you thought she was a lightweight, and she played you, and she could do it because you were so focused on Ned and Michael.
How are you implying that she played me?
I think you need to talk to Brooklyn's assistant, Gladys Corbin. I think she has all of the answers that you need.
You're close with Maxie. Just talk to her. If anyone can convince her I'm not the boogeyman, it's you.
Of course you're not the boogeyman. I'll talk to Maxie, okay? But I can't make any promises. There are limits to my superpowers.
Yeah, right.
What's with the attitude?
Well, you sure seemed super powerful when you took a girls' night out just hours before you had to pull over and give birth.
You remember?
Yeah, I stopped by the quartermains. Actually, Yuri and I bonded over fixing Bailey's crib. That thing could have collapsed, you know. There were a lot of missing parts.
Look, I found these underneath the crib, and then I checked the crib, and it was super rickety. So what? You helped fix the crib. End of story.